Hello friends, Dao is here. So you might have already seen my short how everyone wants to be involved in American education system, whether they want to be an exchange student or pursue their undergraduate or graduate studies at American colleges and universities. So I'm trying to make this video relevant to all of you, whether you're a student, high school student, or as you want to pursue your undergraduate studies. So this video is intended to create this thought process and support you to understand why you actually want to study at American universities, and I believe this will also help you to support your statement of purpose. So in this video I will share my observation and briefly introduce to you what American education system is all about, and this is from my experience. I have been an exchange student at American high school, and I also studied biochemistry at American university. So I hope this video helps you to move forward and be more focused while writing your statement of purpose for your universities and scholarships in the USA. So let's start. Why do you want to get exposed to American education system? So it's not that only students who don't have quality education at their countries, but students who come from countries where there are great universities still want to study at American institutions. Why? There is a popular reasons. For example, reputation, excellent facilities, and innovative classroom experience. Also, there is great campus life, diversity, flexible academic environment. So reputation, of course, this just makes sense. Lots of foreign universities want to collaborate with American universities. American universities are respected as there are excellent facilities and innovative classrooms because there are resources, as even enough funding and enough will to create cool classrooms, to have great campus and also great campus life, because American college football is a huge thing, or there are lots of clubs. If you have any imagination, if you have wish, you can create or be involved in a club and just create a great thing. Also, there is a diversity and perspectives. You see people from different countries, both students and also this faculty or even staff. So you get to hear stories from other countries, which can be really inspiring from your professors or from your classmates, and you can, for example, think a business solution based on this. So it's a really cool thing. And also flexible academic environment. At American universities, you can study 2 years as anything and then choose from there what path you want. Or also there is a general class education requirement. So you have to take some class. For example, for my biochemistry, I had to take this general education classes. It can be philosophy, history, and so on. So this really helps you to expand your horizon, expand your view, right? And however, I think that these are great reasons, but there are core reasons I believe one should consider American education, and whether it's high school education or undergraduate education. And these are the things. So the curiosity about different perspectives and skills. Ensuring gained skills can be applied to many aspects of our lives. Value of critical thinking, and competitiveness as a motivational factor. So why does American education encourage you to take general education classes? Returning to that same. So this is because, for example, in my case, I studied biochemistry, but for example, I took philosophy, and philosophy can help you to understand how people were thinking, so what were their from ancient times, what are the great struggles, what are the dilemmas, which, for example, you can solve in my case through biochemistry, right? For political science, if you work for governmental organizations or governmental labs, or if you want for a contractor, or if you want to solve a issue, so it can be real helpful to understand what are political implications, or what are the regulations, for example, when you are developing drug, or what are the institutions, how they're regulated, what are checks and balances, and so on. These can be really handy, and you can apply it to your work. Or for example, I studied women's studies. It may sound so crazy. Why do you need women's studies for biochemistry? But for example, if you are a researcher and you are working, so for example, about cervical cancer, breast cancer, you can understand, be more empathetic about what really is the situation, what a woman really needs, and so on. So this can be really helpful, and you can then better sell your drug, for example, better sell your solution. How these skills are applied in many many places. As for example, as I said, I also studied oral communication. You can use oral communication everywhere. So American education, general education will help you to gather new perspectives and apply it everywhere, so you can be more successful in your career. Also, as I said, critical thinking is cherished at American institutions. American education, except for some technical classes, most of the time is not text-based but project-based. Even technical classes are really heavily project-based, for example, engineering classes. And what does this do? Again, transferable skills. You get to work in real life scenarios because tests are not real life, projects are. You, for example, have set deadlines, you have to think how to make it. For example, you work in a group where nobody's major is, for example, that topic, and you are. So you need to think, how can you use people's potential to have a better project, right? So these are real life scenarios, and this is really cool thing to think about it. Also, another thing, which is my favorite thing, since you are surrounded by best of best people, best of best students, best of best faculty, who are thinking critically and creatively, as I mentioned above, you are exposed to the system which wants to improve. So what you get from here, you get competitiveness, and competitiveness creates this kind of willingness, and more willingness creates motivation. It's a chain reaction, and so you want to be more active. You want to dare to network with people. You want to don't be shy. You want to be more brave. Be extraordinary. This is all. This is everything American education is about, and which is what I love about it. And I think you should consider and think about it. So to summarize, besides looking at these rankings and the reputation in your and emphasizing on statement of purpose, I think the coolest thing is you to research what the institution you are aiming for offers, and also another thing, what can you offer, what can you put on the table. If you consider these core aspects, I believe you will have better statement of purpose. I believe you will be more prepared to understand why you actually want to get an American education, right? And these are the values which can create amazing thing. So as I said, curiosity, understanding different perspectives, transferable skills gained through some general education classes, through projects, valuing critical thinking, and also the competitiveness surrounding you are the values which can make your American education better and more interesting and more desirable. So just what are you waiting for? Consider these skills, do your research, and go for it. If this video supported your thought process, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, and comment what do you think, what are your questions, and I will be more than happy to answer and interact with you.